Hey friends!
Hi!
Sorry we've been kind of MIA over the past 2 weeks.
We're still alive.
We're still alive. We're doing really good, but we've had a really tough couple of weeks. I've had a really tough couple of weeks.
Which makes all of us kind of have a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, yeah, I've been sick, which is crazy because like I haven't been sick in over a year.
Yeah.
We do Juice Plus and it's been pretty awesome, you know. That's been.
None of us have been sick. The kids haven't been sick.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think it's safe to say that like you can overwork yourself. Like I think I overworked myself.
Stress and things like that will take you down.
Well, it's like I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I would assume it's stress, but I didn't think I was stressed. I just think it's just I overworked myself. Like I overcommitted myself to a lot of things, and
yeah, you were flying out every weekend for just a day, lots of travel.
And you throw Disney in there, which has been awesome. Again, like these are awesome things. I have nothing to complain about.
And stress is not necessarily like, you know, bad things, but maybe it's too much things.
Too much.
You know?
Things.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it's the too much of like we've got a big family, you know, and that is one of those little things that a lot of times I'll be honest, I don't take that into account of the fact that there's a lot of needs in our family, and you know, everybody needs their personal attention. They need their personal like, you know, attention for me. Like I need to give attention to everybody.
Yeah.
Eventually I just think a lot of that pulled me apart this last week, and I was just exhausted and tanked and overwhelmed, and I just slept. So
yeah, when your body's fighting something off and you've got just a lot of responsibilities on you all at the same time, it can be overwhelming for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we're dealing with parent things, you know, and
same things we would be dealing with in a house.
Yeah.
They're just, I think, magnified more when you're living in such a small space. And it can be kind of a good thing, because like I think we had mentioned this maybe in our video about, you know, big family in a small space, is that like you have to notice it. You can't just like go in another room and brush it under the rug. You have to notice it. You have to notice people, and when they're having a bad day or when they're having, you know, some trouble, just working through some emotions or things like that. You have to notice.
I think that all of that kind of like, you know, climaxed into 1 week.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of I guess it's kind of hard to talk about this stuff too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't want to admit we're human, right?
No, and I mean in our channel too, oftentimes it's like we have a lot of fun and it's great, but it can be really hard sometimes. But that's just normal parent stuff, you know. That's just normal life stuff. It can be hard sometimes.
Well, and it's normal, like, it's normal for a family of 7 too, you know, because you've got 7 different individuals. You've got people who have different likes, different dislikes, you know, and we deal with it 3 times a day simply over the fact of a meal. Not everybody likes everything that I make, and so, you know, it's always a struggle. Not everybody likes every different outing that we go on, every different adventure. There's always somebody who doesn't like it, and so working as a family to realize that we do things not always because we like it, but sometimes we do them because we know somebody else likes it. And so, you know, teaching children that is not easy. Teaching ourselves that is not easy. Sometimes we have to do things that aren't our favorite, and sometimes we have to eat things that aren't our favorite. And so, you know, that's a lot of what we're dealing with now, and just typical parenting. It's parenting, it's, you know, a lot of travel. It took us several days to get here to Louisiana, and it was raining, and
right. Oh,
I mean, and it's supposed to rain for 2 more
rain,
weeks.
the
Like you can see right
rain.
now, it's really overcast, and we've got a break in the rain, so we decided
Just like, let's go for a walk.
come get some fresh air and just update you guys and let you know what's been going on.
Yeah. So all that to say that, I mean, we always try to aim to be super encouraging, and we know that our life is real good. We've
Yes.
got nothing to complain about. For us, like, it's just like Siobhán said, the challenges of parenting. You know, I'll be honest, like, I still don't feel like I'm a dad. Like, it's crazy. I mean, when did we grow up? Like, why do we have 5 kids? Like,
Yeah. Sometimes life catches up with you suddenly like that, when you're like, wait a second, I was just a young 20-something, like,
yeah.
just starting to explore the world, and now we have a 12-year-old and
A 12-year-old.
4 other little boys
and we're
younger than
tweening. We're tweening. Does anybody understand that? Like, that's really hard for us. This has been a hard challenge for us to be in the tweening phase.
I think
And I
some
love
people,
my kids.
I
but
think some people deceived us by saying that when boys get to their teenage years that it becomes easier, and girls, you know, are the opposite. They're harder when they're teenagers, and I don't believe that. You know, like, our boys
Well,
have been very
maybe,
energetic,
I don't know.
and
We're still praying the best.
and
They're good kids, but
they're such good kids.
we do.
But the
we're
emotions
dealing with the
are hard
emotional
for them.
struggle, the storming out of like conversations, and it's like, and all of this can be over just like, hey, do the dishes.
Yeah, it's stuff that makes perfect sense to a person who is not being flooded with all these hormones they're not used to. You know, it makes perfect sense to us when we're just trying to explain something so simple to them, but they don't understand it. It makes no sense to them, and so, yeah, it's difficult. It's not
Yeah, and I mean,
not
as
easy. Oof, bug just flew in my eye.
talking about how, like, obviously in my illness, which, by the way, I've got this thing here on my neck. That's been one of the main things. It's been
just
like
a swollen gland.
swollen gland, and it's really just been so irritating.
Well, that's been the only thing.
Well, yeah, but
Really, I mean,
it's been affecting like everything, my mood. It's been irritating to me, which then I get irritated to everybody, and then
yeah, I mean, that's the one thing, like, especially living in a small space, but even when you're not living in a small space, when you're going through stuff, it kind of, you know, it kind of highlights maybe some things you need to work on. You know, that's what I was realizing this week, because, like, he was frustrated. We were all stuck inside because it was pouring down rain, and I just felt terrible. Like, I felt like we were all going to just kill each other. Like, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, like, everybody was at each other, everybody was grumpy, and
you realize what you said, like,
yeah, you realize how like ugly you are kind of inside. You realize things that you really need to work on, and you realize how much peace you don't have. You know, it's easy to find peace, like being out in nature and breathing fresh air, and it just feels so peaceful. But sometimes you realize that you're not a peaceful person when you're not in a peaceful environment. But I think we can be peaceful people,
right,
even when we're not in a peaceful environment. And so,
well, and here's one of the things that you know, we have this tendency to, like, Siobhán and I look at a lot of Instagrams, and we follow a lot of other family traveling people and stuff like that, and maybe I'm the only one, but it's like, sometimes I look at some of these other people and I'm like, geez, they have the perfect life. Like, nothing ever goes wrong in their life. And I'm just like, that's not us. You know, I'm just like, God, man, why why can't our life be like great like theirs? You know?
I think
like why can't we have more money to do things? And it's like, but it's not that. It's just
I think
everybody
people are
has
wising up to that though. I've seen a lot of Instagrammers lately just kind of posting real life posts and being honest and saying, you know, everything you see is not the full picture. That's the thing. Is like you might see these beautiful pictures, but you're not seeing the crying toddler in the background. Yeah. You know, you're not realizing that you just took that picture so quickly because you just wanted to get it over with, and you know.
Well, and I think too, like I would say that it's something that we all strive to. We all strive to be better. We all strive to give each other the very best, and there is a difference between like just believing that you can do something great and just going out there and doing it like that. I wouldn't trade where we're at. Yeah. We've said all the time that like is what we're going through right now a product of the decisions that we've made to homeschool and live out on the road in our RV so that we could experience life better? Or would we like be dealing with these situations if we were, you know, at a regular job somewhere, at a regular home somewhere, and not in this spot, you know, like
we would be dealing with the same things, just maybe in a slightly different way. Maybe it would present itself in a different way, but it would be the same issues. These are life issues. These, you know, sickness, rainy days, you know, teenage emotions. It's just life issues. These are things that are everyday for everyone.
Well, and then add like for us, add on top of the teenage emotions, the toddler emotions too.
Oh yeah.
They're often
They're the same, yeah. A 12-year-old and a 2-year-old, very similar.
Oh my gosh. Well, and then add a cranky dad on top of it. That doesn't make a good combination. Siobhán's been a saint through all of this.
No, that's not true. That's totally not true. I've felt like I want to just scratch my eyes out some days.
We did have a lot of fun with our friends, the DeVos, last week.
Yes, that was a breath of fresh air.
We were at Fort Pickens in Pensacola, which was really cool. Yes. $80. All right. You needed my ID for that too? Thank you.
We haven't had our national park pass for months now.
I know.
I'm super excited about having one again.
This is good.
Two people can sign and use
it. We had the 4th grader pass last year.
Oh, you did?
Our 4th grader ran up.
Oh,
he's not a 4th grader no more.
I can understand that.
Truman will be 4th grade pass next year.
What is that? A cannon? I thought it was a boom chicka. Okay, so we're here at Fort Pickens, and Tom's gonna bring us to this. Where did they use this for? Like gunpowder?
I think they stored gunpowder in the tunnels.
But this is so creepy. I didn't want to do the last one, so Tom's making me do
The last one had some lights, and Trent was a little too chicken to go down. This time we're gonna take him with no lights. I would say
yay, no lights. Is it like low too? Like low profile?
This high, and then you get in there, and you're gonna have to crouch this low.
I don't like that at all.
Sandy bottom. It's really creepy.
Sandy bottom.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
go in front of me. I'll carry the rear.
Alright. What tunnel you guys want?
I'll be right there, guys. Come on, Trent. No, you're
Keep your hand on the wall.
Hey, where's my phone?
It's my phone now.
Alright, well you have to have the light on so we can see. Thanks.
Watch your head here.
What? Like, how far do these things go?
That one doesn't go far, but come to here. You don't want any light. Come on, turn it
I
over.
want light. Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is much. This is much.
Like rocks all over the ground.
Mom, this is much.
Kendra, don't go too far ahead of me. I can't see what I'm walking on, honey.
Oh, you can't go that fast because you're taller.
Yes, I am much taller than you.
Turn out the light.
Oh, okay.
We're about to get serious about it.
Is everybody back here?
Okay, we are way back in here.
So the reason that, like, if you were packing gunpowder back here without electricity back then you would have to have
at least a candle.
a candle of some sort. Like,
Near the
whoops.
gunpowder?
Yeah, whoops, I dropped it, and all of a sudden you have a bigger explosion than any cannon explosion out there.
Turn your light off.
Okay, ready? Lights
dark.
off. 1,
Dark.
2, 3. Here we go. Camden, turn it off.
Boing.
Ready, here we go. Lights off. And this one too. Well, Siobhán's got her light. Where did Graham and Wrigley go?
Down the other tunnel.
Oh.
You hear them?
I don't know where they are. We probably should go find them.
Wait, you guys stay back here, and then I'll bring this
Not
out
taking
there
you
so
in.
Daddy doesn't have a light.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah, you gonna go last?
Yeah, Dad, you have to go last.
No, I'm not going to go through this with no light on because I
Yes,
fall all over.
you are.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Wait till we get out, okay?
All right. Okay, I'm going out here.
All of them are dead ends.
Gonna follow the light.
Ah! Okay. Dad, you can come now. How was that? You can come now, Dad.
Gosh, this is so cool.
Up the stairs, 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 up. Graham, hold somebody's hand. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up.
Up the stairs. Daddy, I want to see it.
Okay, be careful. I need you to hold my hand up here,
You
though.
can't go on it though. It says keep off of gun. Just choosing to get out. Like, it's rainy, we can't do all these adventurous things, but we went out to the library and we were lucky to be able to get a library card, which you can't always do when you're full-timing. Some libraries will allow it, some don't. They all have different policies. This library had a special card that you could buy for $30. So we paid $30 and we came home with a bunch of books and a couple movies, and the boys are super happy about that. They love going to the library, spending time there. We actually spent several hours there because we brought our homework, everything. I shouldn't say homework, it's all homework.
It's all homework, but it went well.
We brought our schoolwork just to give them a chance to do some schoolwork in a different setting.
Well, I think we're not going to do a believer bump today because we don't have a phone to check that with, but we're just going to say thank you guys for being part of the journey. We do plan on keeping a lot of these going. You know, that's a whole nother struggle too, is finding out. I've been doing lots of, you know, videos for other companies, and where does that leave time for us to vlog and put that in there? You know, that's
vlog sick. He wants to vlog again.
Yeah, well, I do. Like, it makes me feel like we can be real and communicate. I have to be honest though, that takes time. It takes time, and we don't get paid anything from YouTube. Like, so that's really difficult.
That's the thing. He misses the vlog, but he doesn't miss the, like, not making money from the vlog. We still have to make money other ways. Yeah. And so that's exhausting. It's exhausting.
I'm just saying, it's exhausting. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, for those of you guys who are trying to, you know, make it into the YouTube world and stuff like that, like, and I think that's awesome, and I think people who are doing that, like, more power to them. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just stating the facts. Like, we don't make anything off of YouTube at all, and so, but being real and being authentic like this is stuff that we do like to do more of, but it's making decisions to say, like, the more I do this, the more I can't do other things, and so that's a struggle, but yeah, you know, so.
Oh, I thought of one other thing we did this week.
What?
We went geocaching.
Oh, we went geocaching.
Where are we going, Reggie George? Are we going for a walk?
Uh-huh.
Are we going to go find treasures?
Uh-huh.
What kind
Geocache treasures.
Geocache treasures. You were so silly, little Sully. So here we go. We're going on a walk down the path towards the, oh, super sunny out here, towards the picnic area. Our clue said that it was in the picnic area and that we have to keep right and follow the signs. And it said that, our hint said that you don't have to turn it on, you just have to do the twist. Don't know what that means, but we will find out.
Oh, there's thorn bushes. Like this. Oh.
I think they found it. Find something?
Yep. That.
Whoa.
Looks like a whistle.
That was kind of fun, especially, you know, like going to a state park and stuff. Like, we found geocaches. It's been really cool. Had a moment there where we were geocaching where we're at, and it was awesome. And we got into this lockbox thing. It was really cool. And then we were way back in the woods, and it started to, like, downpour rain, so we had to all run back in the rain. What a memory. Yes, God is good. You know, you remind yourself that what you're going through is only a moment. You can get through it. There's a purpose, there's a plan. Yeah. That the journey you're on is worth it, and it's not gonna be perfect all the time. And honestly, like, it makes the great times even greater when you can learn to deal with the down times.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, we love you guys. Thanks for being part of our channel. Remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.
Bye.